EarthWise. My name is Asia Smith. Today I'm with Rebecca Williams from Manyfold Farms. She is a professional cheesemaker and she's going to teach us a little bit today about how you get everything set up. So Rebecca, how did you start doing this?
Well, I started making cheese professionally about, this will be my 4th year and doing my own creamery, but studying and learning and all of that has been probably like almost a 10-year process. And just wanted to do it because I'm really passionate about food, about growing, really great soils and our animals, and honestly, like the best way that we found to make good money doing that is in cheese making. So this is a workshop for the Homestead Atlanta, and the idea is that this is something for home cheesemakers. So it's not professional at all. The idea is that I'm going to be teaching some basic fundamental techniques and ideas that will help people make cheese successfully in their own home.
Awesome, I can't wait.
Me neither. It'll be fun. We should talk for a minute about choice of ingredients, right? You really can't make cheese with homogenized milk. They do crazy things to it that I don't understand and can't explain, that basically denature the proteins and the fat and make it extremely hard to make cheese with. However, you can buy homogenized skim milk or 2% and add whole cream to it and kind of make cheese. Homogenization is most grocery store milk, like 98% of it is homogenized. And what that means is that when you leave it sitting out, the fat does not separate. This is great because it's got cream on top, right? That means it's not homogenized. So the fats, in cow's milk, the fats naturally separate and they come to the top when you leave the milk sitting out for a while. Goat's milk doesn't do that. And sheep's milk only kind of sort of does that. Yeah, goat's milk, there's no such thing as homogenized goat's milk. It doesn't exist. So, important distinctions. The more butter fat you have in your milk, the tastier your cheese is likely to be. But it also depends hugely on what the cow's being fed. So brown Swiss are awesome also. You've got your non-homogenized milk. A lot of recipes for ricotta at home will call for, do you have a measuring cup? Will call for lemon juice. Thank you. I don't really like making ricotta with lemon juice, mostly because different lemons have different acidities. It's not consistent. And also it gives it a lemony flavor, which is fine if you want that, but I found the best neutral, this is a standard pH, best neutral acid to use is white vinegar. The ratio is 1/4 cup of acid to 1 gallon of milk, not homogenized milk. If you try to make ricotta with homogenized milk, it's weird. Where's the 1/4 cup mark on this? Yeah, I got it. It's not made for left-handed people. So I am getting my milk good and hot. This is where I often end up scalding my milk because I'm like, oh, I'm just waiting for it to get hot. I'm gonna go over here and do this other stuff, and then it's boiling and it's no good. So we're just under 200 degrees here. It was just starting to boil. You don't really want it to boil. You want to get it up to the point before. So you guys all kind of want to gather around and watch. This is kind of neat. I've got my vinegar. Just under yeah. I mean, you really just want it above 190 but below 200, somewhere in that range. You don't want it to boil. If it starts to boil, just cut your heat. I just cut my heat off, and I'm adding my vinegar, and I'm giving it a little stir, a little gentle stir. Check it out. Woo! Wow. It's the easiest cheese in the world to make.
That's it.
That's it. You've made ricotta. Done. Boom. So what I'll do is I'll just leave the heat off, and then you just let this sit. You can let it sit for an hour or two. You can let it sit overnight. You can be lazy. I don't care. It's like just let it sit there because it's hot and acidic, nothing's gonna grow in this. And usually I just wait for it to kind of cool to room temperature, and then I will strain it into this. So hopefully we'll have time to get to that. And that's it, you made ricotta, boom, done. Let's just pretend that this has had some time to sit and come down to room temperature. I've got my slotted spoon. I recommend a slotted spoon for ricotta. When you go to like fancy grocery stores and they have hand-dipped ricotta, this is what they're talking about. That someone by hand has like pulled the cheese out. And then you can use cheesecloth in a strainer or just a strainer. When I'm at home doing this myself, I use just a strainer over a bowl. And you're just gonna scoop this stuff out. And we'll put a little salt in this and put it in a little bowl and you guys can taste it and then be converted into not buying ricotta.